great pleasure for joining us today. We are very happy that you could join us today. And I would like to introduce our Minister, the Commerce and Industries Minister, Mr. Suresh Prabhu. He has been in politics for the past more than 20 years and has been working in various capacities as Minister of different portfolios. And he has recently taken over as the Commerce and Industries Minister of India. Just before this, he was also the Railway Minister of India. Mr. Prabhu is not new to Russia, having served in Russia with Skolkova for more than 6 months and 7 months. He has got long acquaintance with Skolkova Foundation. But this is the first time he is coming to Russia as the Commerce and Industries Minister. He came here for the SCO Ministerial Conference on Trade, but on the sidelines, and plus he had extended his visit so as to be able to meet all the business people of Russia to promote bilateral investment, trade and economic cooperation between our two countries. He had meetings with his counterparts, Mr. Orishkin, and he will be meeting with Minister Mankavu today in the evening also. Without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you our Minister, Mr. Suresh Prabhu.
Good morning, friends. And let me thank all of you for being here so early in the morning, giving us an opportunity to meet so many of them at the same time. So I really thank the organizers for making it possible, and also thank each one of you for being here. As you all know, Russia and India have a very long-standing relationship. It is one of the unique relationships in the world, which dates back to several decades ago in terms of geopolitical diplomatic relationship, and I would say for centuries before in terms of some trade, people-to-people contact and relationship. Over the last few decades, we have seen a complete transformation of global landscape. We have seen the emergence of new countries, new economies which have become dominant, and we have also seen that the type of business that was done in the world has changed dramatically. In fact, now almost everybody agrees that most of the companies that existed about a few decades ago as the top performing companies of the world, many of them have virtually disappeared. So many of the sectors of global economy have virtually either gone down or have been completely transformed. So is a geopolitical scene. Things have changed dramatically. And therefore, in this context, it is really necessary for all of us to find out what best way forward is beyond this in the fast-changing world. Therefore, I came here as a Commerce and Industries Minister, my first visit in that capacity to Russia, which is one of the most favorite countries. I've been here several times in the past. But I came here with a purpose, with a mission. As you know, Prime Minister Modi, he has embarked upon a very ambitious journey for India to transform India by 2022, where India will be celebrating 75 years of its independence. So in the next 5 years, we have charted out a very ambitious plan to bring in new dynamism into the economy, try to modernize our existing sectors of economy, but also bring in new elements of economic activity in our fast-growing economy. And there we see a great opportunity to be part of Russian growth story, and we feel we can both grow faster together. If we work as partners, there is a huge mutual benefit that can come to each of us. And as I said in the beginning, in the context that we have been friends for so long, it makes the life very easy. Because sometimes when you go and extend the hand of economic friendship, people will always wonder what is behind this purpose, what is behind the motive, why are we doing it. But in case of Russia and India, having known each other so well for so long, there is no such apprehension, there is no reason for anybody to doubt the intentions of each of them, and therefore it's a great opportunity to forge new partnership, new relationship in the context of this change in world. And therefore I am here with a particular mission, and I was glad to share with you some very interesting developments. As you know, Russia and 4 other countries have formed aviation union, and I am very happy to say that when I met the minister in charge of that day before yesterday, we agreed that we are now going to start a new negotiation for concluding a free trade agreement. You can imagine a country, the largest landmass country in the world, Russia, with 4 other partners in Central Asia, extended to one of the large countries in Asia again, India, and all of them come together to explore the possibilities of doing business with each other in a new context. It will be a game changer. So it was one of the very successful outcomes of my visit, and I am thanking all my partners, all the ministers from 5 countries, the presidents of 5 countries, as well as of course the Russian leadership for making it possible. The second important element was, of course, I was in for Shanghai Cooperation Council organization meeting, which again is a very interesting block. India has just become a full member recently, and it was the first commerce ministers meeting. And we had a very good meeting. Why I am saying this is that when we talk about Russia, obviously bilateral relationship will come in a few minutes, but just imagine Russia and India together are now the new anchors for developing relationship in the entire region. In a way that would actually help both the economies, but simultaneously will also lift economies of so many smaller countries who will be partners with us. So this is a great opportunity for a business community to look at a huge canvas that now exists for doing business in India by Russian companies, be it mean we are actually trying to do business with a much larger economic canvas. So this is a great opportunity. As you know, I met yesterday the Minister of Trade, and I will be meeting later in the afternoon the Minister of Economic Development, Industry and Economic Development. So I think both the ministers have evinced keen interest in working with us. In case I forget, let me mention it now. I invited Russia to be a partner country for one of the biggest events we organize in India called Partnership Summit, which will take place on 24th to 26th February in Andhra Pradesh, which is southern state of India, one of the most dynamic states in the country. This is a great opportunity for business community to come and participate in this great exciting opportunity. So I will invite each one of you to please take part. It is called Partnership Summit. You can go to the website, find out, or our embassy will be very happy to provide more details to you. But this is a great opportunity, and the Minister is now looking forward to leading a business delegation to come to India, and also requested the Russian government to be a partner country for that. As I said, we are exploring this great opportunity with India and Russia bilaterally. We are already set up certain working groups, which was agreed at the level of President Putin and Prime Minister Modi, but we will take it forward through various interactions between G2G, government to government, but now more importantly between business and business. Again, businesses in both the countries are of varying sizes. There are large businesses in India. Some of them have a market cap of $100 billion, but there are large companies in India which are small and medium enterprise, and they constitute almost a significant part of the economic activity in the country. They are the biggest employment generator, They are the biggest contributor to India's export basket, and they are also one of the great supporters for the large industries because they bring innovation, they become part of the supply chain, they become part of the ecosystem. So this is a great opportunity for Indian small and medium enterprises to grow, and I know some of you who are also doing a similar business here will also great opportunity for you to tie with our small and medium enterprises in the country. Just to give you a little flavor of what's happening in India, we are currently about $2.5 trillion economy. We are undergoing some very strong structural reforms, including bringing one tax for the whole country. As you know, India has 29 states and not very large population, only 1.3 billion people. But that population is now integrated to virtually a common market because of the new law coming in. We are also trying to invest about $250 billion a year into the infrastructure of India. And that again would mean that we are investing in future. We are also trying to bring in all our population, and which is about 65% of our population, young. We are trying to skill them to make them available for offering their skills globally. And as you know, this is a very important component of a strategy because India's service sector, which is about 2/3 of India's economy. So if the service sector has to grow, the people must have skills to offer. Our information and technology industry, which is about $150 billion industry. And therefore, we are trying to bring in new dynamism by introducing services as one of the drivers of India's growth story. And today, I am happy to say that the Moody's, one of the top rating agencies of the world, has upgraded India's rating today after many, many years, showing faith in India's new strategy for growth, but also reiterating that India is on the right track of growth, on the path of, in the next few years, we are sure in the less than a decade, India will be a $5 trillion economy, $5 trillion economy. And that's the type of growth we are doing. I don't want to even say what will happen in the next 20 years, but just imagine just around the corner, India will be another, today's India is going to be recreated in the next 7-8 years by making 2.5 trillion added to today's India. So this is the growth potential for India. All the sectors of economy are actually, we are trying to put them on strong footing. It is not that today, I would say that everything is in order because it's a house under construction. It's an economic transformation which is taking place, which would mean that structural changes, some of them cause pain front-ended, but the gains are back-ended. So as we go along, the pain will go down and the gains will increase. So therefore the Indian economy is on the verge of takeoff in a very significant manner, and therefore I am very happy that I am here at such a time. When you are doing well, and you are projected to do well, not just by Moody's, but by World Bank, by Asian Development Bank, by most of the top investment bankers of the world, in that situation, you always feel that who should be your partner? Your partners should be those who are your time-tested friends. Russia has been one of the best friends India ever had. And therefore, we feel that Russia and the Russian companies should also be one of the partners in this destination and the journey towards growth that India will achieve in the next few years' time. And in any case, we believe that no growth in the world is possible without partnership. And that is why I told you initially that the world is changing fast. It's not changed already enough. And in that changed world, partnership will be the key to success. Partnership between countries, partnership with businesses, partnership between technology providers and entrepreneurs, partnership between finance providers and businesses, all of this will be the success story. Therefore, we need not necessarily be the financiers should be in the same place as the business activity. There is no need that the technology provider should be in the same place where the business is going to be carried out. They can be in a different location. And that's the beauty of the new emerging world. So therefore, Russia and India will be big partners in the new changing environment and world. And therefore, I am very happy that I am able to meet, and I thank my good friend for making it happen. Also, the President, whom I am meeting later. But I am very happy that I am meeting such a large number of people at the same time. As I said, we are also working on a digital transformation in which the new digital economy which people say is the fourth industrial revolution, which will come in, and if we do not gear up at the right time, it may just be passing by. And therefore, we are making sure that we not only take part in it, but we play a leadership role and we are a little bit ahead of it. I'm very happy to say that Prime Minister has launched a program called Digital India, which has really taken off pretty well. Large number of Indian population who are now becoming digitally literate. They may not be able to read letters well, but can use the digital technology and can integrate into the economic and social activities of India by participating through digital platforms. We have got almost a billion mobile users in India, and therefore now digital technology can be used by mobile. And therefore every person in India is virtually interacting with the government at federal level, at state level, at local level through these digital platforms. And more is happening. In fact, if you ask me the numbers, 6 months ago, they have dramatically improved in the last 6 months. And if you want a projection for 2018, you will be shocked to know the exponential growth that will happen in the digital transactions. So therefore, I am very happy that we are meeting at such a time when countries are on the takeoff. Russia is also consolidating, it is stabilizing, it is on the process of also taking a leadership role. So in that context, we are here to be reconnecting with our old friends and try to find out what best can be done together. So I will stop here and will be happy to answer a few questions, if any. Rather than questions, I would rather feel you can tell me how we can work together. So I would rather suggestions than questions. So we will help us to add new dimension to this very dynamic emerging relationship, and therefore I will be very fortunate. Thank you.
Можно приветствовать.
Надо было брать воду, он не виноват.
Да.
Your Excellencies, welcome. Your Excellencies and other honored guests, I'm very glad to welcome you in Business Russia, and I'm lucky to start this discussion. So, my first question would be, our organization is the largest in Russia that comprises small and medium-sized businesses, and these companies, they are very eager to enter the Indian market, as well as I get a lot of information from Indian companies that want to enter the Russian market as well. Despite the fact that there are many different organizations that are set to ease that penetration, still the commerce between our countries in the SMEs areas is not large. So in
all the questions that you answer.
Давайте поговорим на русском.
Да вы можете
Значит,
продолжать.
По-русски. Значит, мой вопрос следующий. В России очень большое количество малого и среднего бизнеса, который хотел бы работать в Индии. Ко мне, так как я являюсь бизнес-послом Деловой России в Индии, то ко мне очень часто обращаются организации из Индии, которые хотят работать в России. Несмотря на то, что сейчас создано энное количество попыток увеличить и взаимную торговлю, и облегчить выход малого и среднего бизнеса на рынке стран, все равно торговля, к сожалению, пока не цветет буйным цветом. Вы говорили в своем приветствии о том, что сейчас происходит диджитализация Индии. Скажите, пожалуйста, насколько вы рассматриваете возможность создания единой платформы по малому и среднему бизнесу, на которой компании как из Индии, так и из России смогут узнавать друг друга, работать и быть каким-то единственным источником, по которым компании смогут узнавать друг от друга и тем самым облегчать свой выход на рынке стран?
You can ask all of that at the end of the meeting. I will just try to combine so that everybody will get a chance to speak.
Добрый день. Беляков Антон, компания Технониколь, руководитель Технониколь Азия и генеральный директор Технониколь Индия Private Limited. У меня к господину министру два вопроса. Первый вопрос. Мы планируем построить завод в Индии, и не один. В связи с этим, какие возможны преференции для российских компаний, ну, среднего уровня, потому что наш оборот не более там $1,5 миллиарда в России вообще по группе. Соответственно, какие возможны преференции для российских компаний по созданию производственных кластеров в Индии? Это первый вопрос. И второй вопрос. Сегодня мы поставляем наш материал на серьезный проект «Атомная станция в Кудам-Кулам». Соответственно, в связи с этим, какие возможны преференции российским компаниям по участию в серьезных инфраструктурных проектах Индии? Все, спасибо.
Добрый день, уважаемые дамы и господа. Я представляю международную общественную организацию спортивных единоборств Яксаброд. У нас находится 47 стран. Но, к сожалению, Индии там нету пока. И вот нас заинтересовало новое приглашение. И я сейчас представляю один большой проект, который называется Международный фестиваль игры Гаргипи. Это исторически значимое социальное событие, которое будет проходить 28 апреля в 2018 году, где будут представлять около 40 стран. Я хотел бы пригласить представителей Индии тоже принять участие. Это направление я представляю блок спорта, блок культуры, блок туризма и блок искусства. Это те составляющие, которые объединяют все наши дружественные страны и действительно, где можно продвигать любой бизнес. И также я представляю еще, хотел бы заинтересовать Индию, охватить Черноморское побережье, это город-курорт Анапа, детский курорт. Ведь наше подрастающее поколение, которое заменит всех нас и продвинет наш уровень наших обоих стран на более высокий уровень. Поэтому, кому это интересно, то можете обратиться ко мне. Я предоставлю и наш сайт, и наши все возможности, которые мы можем обмениваться делегациями между нашими странами. Спасибо.
Уважаемый господин министр, уважаемые коллеги, хотел бы задать такой вопрос. Значит, мы уже с TCPI Индии подписали соглашение. Мы представляем Евразийский деловой союз. В рамках этого соглашения мы договорились об открытии постоянно действующей торгово-выставочной площадки Индии. В рамках нашего проекта площадка у нас находится на крупнейшей агроплощадке Фуд-Сити. Хотел уточнить и поинтересоваться, остались ли у вас намерения, что вы по этому поводу думаете, и сообщить вам, что в середине января мы большой делегацией в составе около 80 человек, бизнес-делегатов, едем к вам в Индию на крупнейшую вашу выставку Индус-Фуд, и хотел уточнить, на какой стадии решения данного вопроса. Спасибо большое.
Анатолий Ушаков, председатель комитета качества в логистике холодовой цепи поставок термомобильных лекарственных средств и другой продукции медицинского назначения в системе, в структуре рабочей, создаваемой в России рабочей группы делового совета БРИКС. Я встречаюсь здесь с представителями малого бизнеса, и, в общем, те, которые задействованы в логистике поставок и контроле качества лекарственных средств, зная, в общем-то, их запросы, их желания, настроения, и хотел бы обсудить такой вопрос, как вопросы совместного сотрудничества в решении самой важной проблемы, в которой заинтересовано все население планеты, то есть в обеспечении гарантии качества лекарственных средств, поступающих в обращение здравоохранения и ветеринарной службы, как важнейшей составной части не только здравоохранения, но и национальной безопасности и социально-экономической безопасности государства. Спасибо.
Good day everyone. I'm Ministrom, President Group, also Vice Chairman of Moscow Chamber of Commerce, Ministrom of India. My question and also some recommendation is we also take care of the interest of Russian SME and the small and medium companies. So we always talk about just now the colleague told that having a long trade history, still the trade is around the 8 billion, that is running around the 8 billion, and we have to do something out of the box to change this scenario. So I will just name few of the problems, but we have to go in the root of this problem and we have to try to solve it. For an example, agro-commodities. Russia can serve India a lot because Russia has a huge span of land in the Black Sea area, also near the African area, and now Armenia is also in the Western Union. So, but now these agro-commodities were exported to India. Indian customs, they use the duty structure, the road is around 100% higher. For an example, coriander or chickpeas or anything goes. The rate is at $300, they take the rate as $600. It makes economically not competitive. Now, what I believe that India and Russia has a customs union and they share the information. So as per the WTO rule also, there are a certain set of documents that they export from here, the same set of documents can be passed on to the Indian customs. So why this role is there? If the government wants to safeguard our farmers, there are so many ways. Either you stop the import or you put the anti-dumping duty. But this is an interest. Besides this, we have to cut down the logistic time, the transit time. So now we have the ISTC corridor, we all are talking about it. But practically it is not working. Why it is not working? Because the importer and exporter is not using this channel. Why they are not using this channel? Because there is no infrastructure. So like India has invested in Iran for the Chabahar port, maybe India can think about investing in Asra port. Because it is a very good idea and we will recently cross-recommend the government also. There we can make the logistic port and the logistic terminal, and from there the transit time to India will be around 10 to 12 days. So that can be an idea. And Indian, Russian business people, they are interested in Indian market, but due to these problems, there should be a proper guidance, there should be proper mechanism who can solve this problem. Let's say Crimea soda, there is one more factory, it was in Crimea, now it is a part of Russia. They used to supply their raw materials to India, now there is the anti-dumping duty, 36%. Nizhny Kamsk, synthetic rubber, they used to export, again anti-dumping duty, they are not competitive with others. So these are the problems. Why I am talking this problem? Because these are the core problems. How much we talk, but since we don't find the mechanism to solve this problem, we cannot expect the trade to India. Same problem the Indian government also face to Russia. So that also you can raise with the ministers of the Russia. Thank you.
Можно дополнить? Компания «Студия». Я хотел бы дополнить вопрос коллеги. Он говорил об инвестициях в Индии в иранскую экономику, развитие портовой инфраструктуры, в частности, развитие порта Чебоксар. Значит, в каком объеме Индия заинтересована привлечь российские компании для переоборудования или для, скажем, оборудования, обустройства инфраструктуры? Инвестором выступает Индия. Мы могли бы дать предложение о поставке российского оборудования, что с нашей точки зрения впоследствии дало бы определенные преимущества по эксплуатации этого оборудования, так как политическая обстановка и санкционная, кстати, политика проводимая, она может создать определенные сложности. Если будет туда поставляться западное оборудование, сейчас производимое с участием там американских комплектующих, Россия могла бы предложить, но мы считаем, что этот вопрос требует специального обсуждения. Поэтому мы вот послали свои предложения организаторам тендера, но в тендере участвовать пока отказались, потому что там есть ряд нерешенных с нашей точки зрения вопросов. Спасибо.
Your Excellency, my name is Yuri Zelade. I am director of Super Nafta Corporation, which was established 25 years ago as Super Design Bureau, which developed and supplied to the Indian Air Force of Sukhoi fighters. Now, our company has developed a very specific instrument for extraction from oil fields of heavy-duty oil, which is difficult to output. Yet, this instrument is unique and has no analog in the world, and is very effective and efficient. Now, we have tested it throughout the world on many oil fields of important companies like Lukoil, Kazakhstan Oil, etc. And we have started in small numbers production of this pump, but because of the Western sanctions, the vendor items are not permitted anymore. So we are willing to propose to the Indian businessmen, Indian colleagues, to consider our proposal to set up a joint venture or any kind of cooperation which suits you, so that we can arrange transfer of this high technology. Now, I beg your permission to hand over to you our proposal. So, if we are awarded a positive answer, I'm going to promote it in high gear. With respect, Yuri Zelade.
Генеральный директор инвестиционной компании ООО. Мы сейчас подписали меморандум о сотрудничестве с научно-исследовательским институтом Москвы, резидент Сколково, по развитию научных разработок на территории Индии. В связи с чем два вопроса. Первый вопрос. Какие сектора, господин министр, наиболее перспективные для сотрудничества России и Индии по научным разработкам? И второй вопрос, очень большой объем вопросов, связан с тем, что российские компании ищут инвестиции индийских инвесторов, и какой наиболее короткий путь для взаимодействия российского и индийского бизнеса по инвестиционным проектам. В какие структуры, может быть, обращаться, потому что очень много с российской и индийской стороны, для того, чтобы не терять время, эти обсуждения были более продуктивными.
Добрый день. Господин министр, Амелин Аркадий, я представляю Северо-Западный морской порт, который занимается реализацией проекта строительства порта на Балтике. Существует очень амбициозный проект, который называется «Транспортный коридор Север-Юг» с участием России, Индии, Ирана, Азербайджана. Проекту уже много лет, и мы знаем, что проект сталкивался с определенными сложностями в процессе своего развития. Хотелось бы знать, какой текущий статус проекта, и хотелось бы знать отношение Индии к этому проекту. То есть наш порт тоже хотел бы принять участие. Спасибо.
Владимир, компания «Марии». Мы работаем в сфере международного делового сотрудничества, взаимодействуем с Российским экспортным центром. Интересует установление контактов с органами по сертификации Индии для оформления разрешительной документации на поставку российской продукции в Индию. Экспортная продукция нуждается в сертификации для поставки на рынке Индии. Интересует установление деловых контактов с органами по сертификации Индии. Спасибо.
Евроазиатское информационное агентство, главный редактор Марканова Татьяна. В России сейчас активно развивается отрасль биотехнологий. Рекорд по зерну в этом году 133 миллиона, с учетом экспорта и внутреннего потребления 10-15 миллионов тонн зерна требуют глубокой переработки. В данный момент 3 завода, построенные, запускаются, они закроют почти полностью потребность России в резине. Но есть другие продукты, которые завозятся из-за рубежа, это глутамат натрия, лимонная кислота, янтарная. И вот по этим позициям возможно участие индийских предприятий в создании вот таких новых предприятий. Все условия есть, зерна много, качество хорошее, предоставляются все значит, инфраструктурные вещи, есть зоны, где хорошее налогообложение. У меня вопрос, планирует ли индийский бизнес участвовать в развитии биотехнологий в России для поставки той же продукции, такой в частности в Индию?
Good morning, sir. I think I will be heard. What is that good solution? You have to speak on the microphone. Good morning, Excellency. I have to add to this international north-south transport corridor. We have been working on this for long, at least for last 3.5 years. But there is not an issue of investment or participation from the corporate side, but there is a practical issues which are going to take time to resolve those things. That will be, I think, in the coming future should be resolved, and it will be working. I hope so. But I want to add to it that we are already having a way which with the help of embassy we have tried a couple of years back, and now it has been working. This is Novarassist port, which was not being used very often by Indians, but now it is being used, and most of the agro products and fresh fruits and vegetables coming from India through this port. It will be more, if we can put more effort to it, and then this usually shipping lines deliver the goods in 21 days, 18 to 21 days. So it will resolve our problem for bringing the goods to Russia. And next is, with Russia we are having a very win-win situation in the sense of seasons. When in Russia there is no agro products, in India we have agro products. So when we export to India, as my friend mentioned, we have some problems. Similarly, we face problem when we import to Russia some Indian products. For example, we were not able to import potatoes from India for last 2-3 years, and reason being, from India they have been told that in Russia there is a ban on potatoes, but there is no such ban in Russia. If we can do that, India is having always for last 2-3 years having a bumper crop, and here we have a deficit in winters. So that can be done, and it will increase our export to Russia, import to Russia. Another thing that, as Mr. Victor Tuzarovich has mentioned, we have through Eurasian Business Union, we have already signed an MOU with the TPCI, Trade Promotion Council of India, regarding a permanent exhibition center in Food City, that is Indian Pavilion. So that we can proceed further, and so we need your help to go further for it. Thank you, sir.
Дамы и господа, я прошу вас, у министра есть следующее мероприятие, поэтому последние 3 вопроса, кто хочет задавать?
I have a question here. Maybe here? Yeah, thank you. Your Excellency, I have a question concerning any potential companies seeking to enter the pharma market of Russia. You represent the Moscow region government. Moscow, together with the Moscow region, represent a huge and growing market, consumer market of pharmaceutical and medicine. And we provide all necessary support for companies entering and placing their productions here in Moscow region. We can provide any plots, any support measures, and we're seeking. We know some cases, some success cases of companies that entered Moscow region market from the pharmaceutical sector, and would like to seek your support in this regards, and if you're aware of any companies that are currently considering such possibilities. Thank you.
Я представляю компанию «Планетарное сервис», заместитель директора по техническому управлению. У меня две части на вопроса. Первое, мы занимаемся развитием системы отслеживания безопасности транспортной логистики и заинтересованы в сотрудничестве с Индией, либо продвижением наших технологий в Индию по вопросам объединения, отслеживания, транспортировки безопасности грузов. И вторая часть, один из наших партнеров, разработчик технологий сохранения продуктов через заморозку и с последующей разморозкой без потери качества, которая не свежая. Мы знаем, что Финляндия осуществляет трудовую логистику на территории Индии. И также в Индии большое количество продуктов портится из-за высокой температуры. Мы встречаем некоторые препятствия в том, чтобы найти должных партнеров на территории Индии для развития и продвижения нашей технологии, позволяющей сохранять продукты после разморозки подобно свежему. Спасибо.
Уважаемый господин министр, уважаемые коллеги, Елена Махиня, сопредседатель Калининградского регионального отделения, руководитель комитета по легкой текстильной промышленности и директор по развитию государственного частного партнерства группы компании «Восток Сервис». У меня конкретный запрос и два предложения. Начну с конкретного запроса. Так как я представляю крупнейшего в России и Восточной Европе производителя специальной одежды и средств индивидуальной защиты, хочу сказать, что мы давно и успешно сотрудничаем с индийскими партнерами. Это сотрудничество выросло благодаря Деловой России еще больше. Мы были в делегации под руководством министра промышленности и торговли Российской Федерации господина Малтурова в Индии. Но сейчас планируем расширить это сотрудничество и обращаемся со следующим запросом. На данный момент мы работаем с компаниями города Кампур, но хотели бы в связи с тем, что сейчас являемся крупнейшим производителем спецобуви в России, расширить это сотрудничество и планируем порядка 37% от выпускаемых нами почти 3 миллионов пар в 2018 году закупить у индийских партнеров верх для производства на нашей обуви. У меня есть конкретные цифры, это порядка 15 тысяч метров квадратных кожи, юфти, с конкретными данными я передам, и еще порядка 15 тысяч метров квадратных спилка, а также спилок для производства спецодежды. И, конечно, хотели бы установить сотрудничество с компаниями города Читай, просим передать наш запрос этим производителям. Ранее сотрудничали, но свернули производство с партнером по причине роста цен, и цены стали неконкурентоспособными. А также хотим сказать, что, в принципе, интересны все предложения от компании легкой текстильной промышленности, как для нас, так и для членов комитета профильного Деловой России. Еще один вопрос, который хотели бы уточнить. Мы обратили внимание, что в сентябре в Индии были ужесточены требования по экологии к предприятиям. И сейчас большое количество заводов приостановило работу в связи с тем, что не соответствуют этим нормам. Среди наших партнеров тоже есть такие заводы, и мы обеспокоены ситуацией, так как мы внимательно проверяем контрагентов, выезжаем на предприятия, смотрим оборудование, смотрим возможности завода, потому что у нас действительно очень большие объемы заказов. знакомимся с персоналом и с руководством, работаем всегда напрямую. Поэтому хотим получить от вас информацию о ситуации сейчас, выравнивается ли она и когда возобновят законы свою работу. Также хочу еще сказать о Калининградской области, что заинтересованы в совместной работе с индийскими компаниями, так как Калининград является портовым городом, и это особая экономическая зона с льготами для инвесторов. В том числе интересны проекты и легкой промышленности, и высокотехнологичные проекты, и готовы тоже транслировать предложения вам в письменном виде. Спасибо.
Дамы и господа, мы, конечно, хотим, чтобы наш министр тоже ответил на все вопросы. Поэтому, если еще что-то есть, мы будем получать это посольство. Я дам вам мои визитки и так далее. И номер, как громадянин знает наш адрес. Послайте, пожалуйста, и, конечно, это передам господину министру. И сейчас, если с вашим позволением, я хочу передать слово господину министру, чтобы он ответил на все вопросы, потому что у него есть следующее мероприятие. Спасибо за внимание.
Let me thank all of you for giving some suggestions, constructive ideas, as well as some of the challenges that you face. You know, interestingly, some of you have mentioned some of the problems that the Russian businesses face there in India. Some of them are here last night. Interestingly, I had a dinner with Indian companies working with Russia. And they were saying they have bigger problems than what the Indian Russian companies are saying they have. So this is the problem on either side. So the forum that we have, the minister, is to find out the solution to these problems. So it is not that problem is only on one side, the problem is on both the sides. But we want to work despite the problems. The second is, some of you have mentioned about infrastructure issues, etc. India has become $2.5 trillion economy despite all the problems. So it's not this problem has stopped. So India is now $2.5 trillion economy, and in the PPP terms, it's the second or the third largest economy in the world already. And in the dollar terms, it will become also the second, third largest economy. That's so. Therefore, all this we always must look at the positive side, not only the negative side. Otherwise, we'll never be able to get opportunity. So look at it like this. More or less, all the Fortune 500 companies are in India. Most of them are saying that they do business like because they are multinational in many countries. Most of their experiences of doing business in India is far better than in some other country. Some of the top companies of the world are employing the largest number of people in India. The multinational companies. For example, Ericsson has 25,000 people in India, more than any other country in the world. AT&T, rather General Electric, IBM, all the top companies of the world, whether it is Oracle, top class companies, they employ the largest number of people in India. So despite the challenges that we always face, because we want to show off that we know more, but in the process we lose out an opportunity. So therefore, what is that we want to get? We want to look at the side which we are actually addressing, but both the sides are problems. So the Indian companies investing in Russia, they will face some problem. Russian companies going to India, that's why we need at a minister level to address this problem. And therefore, what is important is how do you come out with a dispute reversal mechanism. So in India, we have decided to work on quite a few dispute reversal mechanisms, including arbitration, including so many other issues, but also to facilitate, and many of you asked this question, how do you enter India? With technology, with new ideas. So there are 3-4 options. One is in my ministry, we have set up an organization called Invest India. And you'll be happy to know that Invest India has a Russian desk. So these are the companies who want to go to India, they will help them to do it, and in fact they are quite a few companies. So that's the first step. Secondly, our embassy is already here, they can also help you. Thirdly, and in my opinion most importantly, is a partnership with business. See, the role that was there 30 years ago, when the Indian leadership and Russian leadership will meet and they decide how much business we should do. But now it has changed, it is business to be. So the large private sector has come out in India. There will be a right partners. We can facilitate to identify the partners who invest in the embassy. But that's the best way to move on. So therefore, I suggest that we should try to look at this in a big way. You asked me about SME platform. I think that's a very good idea. We are actually working on it. In fact, soon we'll be developing a sort of a digital platform to make many of these things possible. Then some of you are asking, how do you actually get to know what are the opportunities? In fact, something I will mention to you. We have created a portal in my ministry for all the public procurement will go through digital platform. It's called GEM. It's a very different kind of a development, wherein you can actually go through it, and this is beginning. So we have still not added all the products, it is still a beginning. But over a period of the direction is clear that whatever government will buy through this. What private sector will buy, obviously the private sector will do it through their own system. And all of this we are making it completely transparent. I will tell you, I was a Minister of Railways till recently. Our capex for the railways is about $140 billion in the next 5 years, where everything, supply chain is digitalized. So idea is to bring in more and more transparency. And therefore, this is also one very good way of finding out what we can actually do it efficiently. You asked me how to participate in event. I think I would suggest you something, because so many of you are interested in India. Please come for the partnership summit, where you will be able to meet your business counterparts, where you will be able to understand what is really happening. So this will be a very good opportunity for doing it. Now just tell you how India is changing. Ease of doing business. India was always not in a very happy position. Last, after government has come in, we have improved our standing considerably. In fact, only about few weeks ago, 10 days, 2 weeks ago, our standing has improved by 30 points. This is an unprecedented jump. So the World Bank itself is saying that is a great jump. But we are trying to improve it further. So we want to take it to something like maybe 50. But it will take some time, and we will try to do it. You talked about delegation of exporters, want to bring it. I think the right time to bring in is when we have this partnership summit. You can meet many of these people, and therefore I would request you to do that. Opening office in India is a process which you have to go through the normal formality, but now it's not that complicated. The food city, you asked it, and that is something which our embassy is working with the Ministry of Agriculture, and we are definitely trying to look at it. In fact, in the transport corridor, we have entered the TR Convention is customs regulation. In fact, one of the things I will tell you is Russia, Iran and Turkey. But I raised this issue with the minister yesterday. In fact, it is India which is pushing this very strongly. I raised it again and said that we must bring in a harmonization of the custom regulation so that it will actually help in a very significant way. The same way, and I will come to later, but you asked me about medical devices. In fact, where this partnership summit is going to take place, we have planned a very big area for only medical devices. And they are inviting global companies to come invest. They have a big market for medical devices, so I think you can actually come there, look at this, and Andhra Pradesh will be the right place to look at it. I agree with you when you say the trade is $8 billion. In fact, this is something which I also feel very low. But how do you actually find out what is the potential? So first time I suggested to the Commerce Minister yesterday, the Trade Minister, that we must have a market research. And market research should be done by some specialized agency. That agency, now in my opinion, yesterday I just accidentally made a World Bank person who has done some research, so maybe they will do it, so we will identify it, so that we exactly know what is the market potential. In fact, we are in the process, and this again I am pushing, I mentioned to the Minister yesterday, is green corridor for custom. I think that again will be really helpful. I want to share with you. This is something probably not many countries in the world are doing, but we will be bringing ease of trading. That means all the customs and all the formalities for exporters from India, for the international trade from India, will be available on a digital platform. So this is a completely transformative measure. This is just the beginning, long way to go. But when this happens, Many of the problems will be completely transparent and system, so people, even a small businessman, can look at export sitting in his office, working on his handheld phone. So I think this is what we are working on. Connectivity and logistics is something again we are pushing for it. As I just mentioned, we are already in talks with my counterpart ministers, and therefore will be able to take it forward. We are, as I said, infrastructure in India is a challenge, I agree. But therefore I am saying how much we are investing into infrastructure. I give an example of railways, I told you about $250 million. So it is a matter of time, but infrastructure investment itself is opportunity, as some of you mentioned, and you can definitely take part in that. To make sure that we create an opportunity for all the businesses, we are also talking. As I said, he initiated this idea of having an FTA with the Eurasian Union, which will be a great opportunity for everybody. At the same time, India has already started talks with EU, with 27 countries to do that. We already have FTA with ASEAN, which is 10 countries. We are already talking about with Korea, we already got an FTA. We are talking about FTA with Colombia in Latin America. In fact, we are looking at different markets for India. I was in Latin America, I was in Central America, I was in Southeast Asia, I was in Far East, I was in North Africa, and I will be also visiting other parts. I've been, of course, Europe. So we'll definitely try to make sure that we open new opportunities for this. Somebody asked me about what sectors of investment. I think there are virtually everything. Some data is available nowadays. We make our data available on website or our digital platforms in a very effective way. So we'll be very happy to share. If you don't get it, our embassy will be very happy. I mentioned earlier that dispute redressal mechanism is something which is very important and we are working on it. You mentioned what certification for exports. When you want to export something, you need certification, which is absolutely right. In fact, we propose that we must have common certification registry. And you asked me about agriculture export, that is the reason. That we are not able to export dairy products, we are not able to export a lot of other products into Russia because of lack of certification. So we have to agree very quickly. We have proposed it. I hope we work together and get over these problems in a big way. Technology issues, many of you asked me, and I think that can be addressed by way of having a talk with business to business. Because the government has very little role nowadays. We can facilitate it, but we have to finally work with the right business partners in India. As I said, Invest India will benefit for that, but essentially, agro products also suffer from lack of certification, and that is something which is a great opportunity, but we must work on that also. We are working for the first time an agri-export policy for India, which was never there. But that doesn't mean that because you want to import potato, we should export potato. Because we have domestic issues. Which country in the world will disregard the domestic issues and still want to do it because one exporter wants to export it because he has procured an order? It cannot happen like that. It has to happen considering the reality of the ground. Would Russia export wheat when there is a demand for wheat domestically? Will Russia export maize when there is a demand for maize domestically? So therefore, you cannot happen. You have to keep in mind. So it's not that we can just export potatoes when there is demand for potatoes more and the crop is not available as in sufficient quantity. So therefore, we are making export policy, but doesn't mean that we can only do it because one exporter wants to do it and he has an order, so we must not cancel. So this one you must keep in mind that limitation will always be there, and not only in India, this is global. All the countries in the world put export restrictions whenever there is a domestic compulsion. It is no, all countries in the world, without exception. Developed countries, developing countries, countries in south, countries in north. So we must realize that. In pharmaceutical, there is a fantastic opportunity. I agree with you that Indian pharma companies have emerged as a global players and global leaders in generics. So I think this company possibility should be explored, so is it Russia. So I think the partnership and collaboration is necessary. But I must tell you something, only one Indian company was telling yesterday that inspection by the Russian authorities to look at the certification issues in India have delayed so much that they are not able to do it. So I think we have to, there is a tremendous scope for improvement of systems, procedures, governance on either side. So we must work on that. Another area that we identified is how to work with pharma, with diamond. That's a great opportunity. Russia has a huge diamond mines, and India is one of the large players in diamond business globally. We export a lot, we polish a lot, we have a big footprint even in Antwerp, so I think we should work on it. On footwear, you asked me about footwear. I know, clothing and footwear, so leather business. See, this is something which will put you in touch with the right people, but at the same time, I must tell you that environmental issues are something which we cannot just gloss over. We cannot say because he is in business we must ignore environment. He has to follow the environment law, your partners in India. We cannot say that I will not follow environment law, I must be able to do business. That is not possible. So following environment law is a necessary because that's something which not I, not even Prime Minister, not anybody can do because that's the law of the land which they will follow. On special economic zones, we are working on policies so that some of the challenges, I agree with you, that some companies are facing some problems because we have done some changes which they are doing now. I am not going to tell you what exactly we do, but we are certainly working on. On textiles, we recently had a very big modernization program in which we have taken into consideration the possibility of making sure that textiles and garments become applicable. In fact, one of the reasons why we are working with many other countries also to promote India's textile business, which has been our traditional business. We have leather products, actually I already mentioned. So I think, broadly, if you can say that we are with you on understanding the challenges Russian businesses face. But as I said at the beginning, it is not just Russian business face problems in India, Indian business face problems in Russia. Therefore, we must try to resolve it in a way that a true potential which is just as though as $8 billion can be raised to a very high level. And therefore, we must try to make sure that we promote this business in the right manner. Many of the issues at a government level could be through policy. To implementation, we are changing the governance to bring in more and more digital platform so that people will not face problems. Some of the age-old problems like infrastructure, etc. cannot be just solved in 1 year or 2 years. But we are working on it with aggressive policies and implementation so it happens. For example, I just give one example because I was a minister of railway. We are investing in railways. What is railways? Just let me explain to you what is India's railways. We have 23 million people who travel by railway every day. There are 8.1 billion people travel by railway last year. We have 1.2 billion tons of cargo we transport every year. And there are at least about 120,000 good kilometers of lines that railway has. We have 1.3 million people who work for the railways and little more number who are permanently with the railways but not on the road, on the payroll of the railways because they are contracting staff. So it's not a sign. In the past 70 years, what we invested in railways, 70 years of independence, 70 years, we are committed to invest in the first 3 years. So that's a quantum jump, unprecedented, that we are taking in creating infrastructure. But as I said, it's going to take time. In the next 5 years, you will see the railways modernized significantly. In the next 10 years, we will see a huge result because any modernization program, particularly for the railways of that size, when you are actually running the operation, when you are modernizing, that's a big challenge. So that will take about 7 to 10 years to materialize. Then you will see a significant. But we have not started doing it. It would never happen. Now people will say, why 10 years, why not do it in 1 year? That's something which is a good idea, but I think we need some superhuman beings to come here and help us to be doing it in such a short time. So we are really working on all these areas. I can tell you something that let us keep behind the past. There are always problems, we always face the problem. Even present, we have problems, as I said, Indian companies complaining, Russian companies complaining, this will always happen. But underlying spirit, the commitment to resolve this problem. The idea to come out with institutional mechanism to resolve it by way of dispute redressal mechanism. That is what is very important. So let us work together. Let us find out a solution to the problem. And again, I invite you to visit India, because the best way to actually understand is by talking to people. As you said, the labor issue. I understand. It's a problem because we are also understanding. But you must understand that when labor business was started in Kanpur, in Chennai, about a few decades ago, that time the environment law was not as strong as this. Now, everybody is concerned about environment. So we will like to make sure that we would grow leather industry, but without compromising with environmental concern. So I once again thank you. I think my good friend has already got lined up another program for me in the next few minutes. So therefore I would request you to please be engaged. For embassy is the right forum. I think we can always give your numbers if you want for the email, so that you can contact our people. And as I said again, I will repeat, Invest India, which is a very dynamic organization under my ministry, which is run by some of the top class management graduates, some top class technology graduates from US and top class Ivy League universities in US, who left their jobs drawing few $1 million a year to be in the government and working on this. So it's a very fabulous, committed young group of people. We had organized Invest, rather Make in India meeting in Stockholm recently. There again we saw a huge commitment by these youngsters, which is now helping the prospective investor to take his investment decision to logical conclusion. So I thank you very much. Looking forward to engage with you.
Это Рамник. Кто вы, как это телефон называется?
Майкромакс.
Майкромакс. Самый лучший индийский телефон. Я им пользуюсь уже давно. Он мне очень нравится.
Мне очень приятно. Спасибо огромное.
Да, очень.
Вы наш любимый клиент.
Да, да.
Спасибо. Приезжайте. Попьем, поговорим.
Да,
Рад вас видеть.
Да, теперь сюда приехали.